back inside tunnel.
Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good day. It's your boy OniRolix with another video, and it's not a rant this time, but more of a discussion video. Now, after making a video about Alinity, I thought about cancel culture as a whole, and I thought to myself, like, it's really a double-edged sword. It could go either way, and still do damage. Alinity still needs to get exposed and get deplatformed. I don't care about that bitch. She needs to go. But it's cancel culture in a whole. It could cause a lot of damage to a person who doesn't deserve to be canceled, and it also could do a lot of damage to someone who actually deserves to get removed off a platform. Now, for one example, Shane, he doesn't deserve to get canceled. His career has blown up so much. I followed his launch of his clothing line. Basically, my girlfriend's a big fan of his, and she wanted a makeup palette from him. And this man, he's a celebrity based off of YouTube. He made his fame off of YouTube, and now that his old videos are coming back to the limelight, it's like people just don't understand that back then he did comedic videos because he was actually funny and shit. People found it funny. I'm pretty sure if people didn't find him funny, or he didn't get enough views, I'm pretty sure he didn't do that shit. He wouldn't do it. Back then he did just real quick. Back then YouTube was a very, very cringy place, and I'm not talking about like 2016. I'm talking about like past 2012 and shit. It was a very cringy place. Anything could blow up and make you popular. Shane, he basically beat his meat to one of Will Smith's daughter, though I don't know which one. She was young at the time, really young, and Shane back then looked like an edgy teenager too. It's really cringy as fuck, yeah, really cringy. But it's that back then people could change so much. Like back then till now, people's attitude and their personality could change a lot. But it's not fair that you bring old shit that they did, and you could see that they're a changed person, but bringing back their old personality, their old shit they did, to hold them accountable for the shit they done. Although they came to, and basically, I don't know if he tried to hide it or whatnot, but I want to think it was public for a while, or it been public the whole time, and people are just not finding it. It's not fair to bring shit back from the past and just trying to get people's career ruined because of it. Now, let's go take a trip back into 2016, where exposing cancel culture. I'm gonna call cancel culture back then was basically exposing, and it was a trend on YouTube, where either you were with one big YouTuber who was canceling another one, and then you were go and talk shit on the targeted YouTuber, and basically make the YouTuber feel like shit and try to ruin their career and shit. That was 2016 YouTube. One of the big targets was Keemstar. A lot of people are coming after that man's neck and shit. You got iDubbbz, which his videos, his content cops were really damning, and you could if this man made a content comp on your video or your channel, that could mean the end of your whole YouTube career. Basically, if he did a content comp on you, that was a death sentence for your channel. Now, he did one on Leafy. You could see that Leafy came back after, Copa and whatever shit, and how YouTube changed a lot, and how edgy content is now, viable now. Leafy back then, he was a big channel. He was blowing up a lot because he would make not really exposing, basically harassment videos, I guess you could say. Not really poking fun at people. Yeah, just making fun of other channels that were really fucking weird. And most of the time they were really weird. But I guess when iDubbbz made a content comp on it, iDubbbz basically deemed him as a bullying other channels for their content and shit. And back then, I am to this day still an iDubbbz fan with all his old videos and shit. Even before his Content Cup videos, I was a fan of his. I was also a fan of, not a fan of Keemstar. I watched Keemstar's videos to get the news on YouTube and shit, because back then I was really into that shit. I want to know the ins and outs of YouTube. Leafy, I wasn't really a fan, but I watched his videos and they were actually entertaining with the whole CSGO surfing shit. Hold on, let me get some drink of vodka real quick. Jesus Christ. Alright. But yeah, these YouTubers I actually watch, and sometimes it was hard for me to choose who to side with. iDubbbz making a content comp on Keemstar, although after I saw that, another YouTuber named Grade A Under A come out of nowhere, not out of nowhere, but he was also big, and he basically did a lot of outlandish, he did a lot of outlandish accusations on Keemstar, and honestly, when he had like a, I guess, quote unquote proof, Jesus, I'm slowing down. Yeah, when he had a lot of proof, quote unquote proof, on Keemstar, I sided with iDubbbz and Grady Under A, and I said this nigga needs to get off the platform. I did a video way back then on 2016, you know, but I said that how he doesn't need all these people hounding him for the shit he did. Now, again, with the cancel shit, a lot of people got canceled. It doesn't matter what type of channel you are, you're still fair game. If you have some dirt on you, some other channel will take that and run with it and blow themselves up, you know, with the popularity of exposing you. You're gonna get left with a shit dead channel, and someone else is gonna, you know, build off that. Now, again, this was a trend after 2016 moved on. I think it was diss tracks, and that was a new fab and shit. Now that was a term. That was at that point cancel culture. It just without a name. Fast forward a bit. I don't know what year this happened, but shit. I would like to say like 3 years ago, when Etika took his life because of basically clown culture. You already see what clown culture is. You basically see in comments people posting like pictures of a clown under your shit and like you're a fucking clown and shit. Etika was a victim of that. People thought he was just joking, how he was joking around with his mental health. No one believed him. But when he ended up taking his life, everyone said, oh, why he doing shit? And all the signs was there. I mean, again, I'm not going to say that I was a big fan of his, because his clips were funny as hell, but I wasn't actually watching his streams and shit. But I wasn't the one to, you know, clown him for what he, for his, whatever he was doing and shit. Again, I didn't know the nigga or anything like that, but people seem to label him as a joke, basically. Now, it's shit to assume stuff like that. And you know how he ended up taking his life because no one took him seriously. You could see how dangerous that shit is. It's basically mob mentality attacking someone. And to the point where they can't take it no more and they end up killing themselves. I don't know if Byron Reckful took his life because of clown or cancel culture. But again, when Ilinity said that how she's so close to doing it, again, now, shit, you could use my clips and say, expose me for not believing her that she's gonna kill herself. Again, I still stand by the fact that she's a lying bitch. And that how, you know what, fuck her. I'm not gonna talk about her anymore. But you know where I'm coming from. I don't believe her. But this might end up being the case of a boy who cried wolf. And then he actually, you know, gets killed by a wolf. In this case, she actually kills herself. So now, after clown exposing, those two are basically cancel culture, but with different names. Now we're at this point where cancel culture is now just a thing, and now people are actually seeing the wrong in it. Now, again, I don't think it should go away. But I do feel like people need to use it wisely against people who actually deserves it. Don't go around pulling shit. If you can see a content, if you don't like a content creator or celebrity, Just don't go back in time and find whatever you can see. If you see this person is actually generally a good person who's not actually being racist or harassing people, leave that person alone. You can see that they're not he, but they are actually doing good for themselves, and they're right now they're not doing anything wrong. And you can see, if you actually see back then, they have a like their personality changed from then till now. You can see that they're a changed person. Just leave them alone. Celebrities were getting tagged for the old shit, for old tweets. Now, you don't know how much I hate when people bring up old shit. Again, it's all about context. If you're gonna expose someone, at least have context behind it. Whatever that evidence you have that you can cancel someone with, it better make sense. And I see a lot of people who try to expose or cancel someone, or now like this year, backfired on them. A lot of people got their, let's say, some guy on TikTok was being a racist, and how the lady said, finding school, ruin his life and shit, ruin his life. And it backfired, and someone actually exposed her address and stuff. See, like, you could see how exposing or canceling someone could backfire on you. Now, I think this one celebrity, she was basically a Disney star, a Disney kid star. She was in a show called Jessie, and basically, she ruined a little boy's life. I think he was like 12 to 13 years old, and he said, I repeat, guacamole, nigga penis. And she went ahead, got him expelled from school, got his parents fired, just because of that sentence. If he's 12 or 13, leave the kid alone. At this point, you're exposing a little kid, and I know damn well you're way older than them, because I see you're aging with every show you're in. If I could see her name, if I remember her name, I'll just put it in the video. But you could see how I'm like angry. You're basically ruining a little kid's life. I'm not a racist. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm not biased or anything. I could see if a white person being targeted, like getting yelled at and shit by black people, just for targeting that one person because they're white, I'm gonna call the other black people out saying they're fucking racist. They're racist to a white person. I see this shit a lot. Now, I feel like this had nothing to do with race. The kid wasn't being racist. He's just being a kid, a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old. This nigga don't know anything. He doesn't have any common sense or anything like that shit. I mean, granted, I don't know what he's doing at home, but I'm pretty sure ruining a kid's life like that could lead to a lot of different stuff. We don't know what that kid's doing right now. We don't know what his family's going through right now. But just to let this celebrity cancel a kid, it's really, you see where I'm coming at? Like, these people, like, cancel culture is very powerful in some hands, If a celebrity is trying to cancel a single person, that is really dangerous. As they say, a common person trying to expose a celebrity, that's not going to go anywhere. But if it's on middle grounds, like a celebrity versus celebrity, you must have a lot of damning evidence to, not a lot. No, yeah, you don't really need a lot of evidence to get someone canceled if you're both at the same level of popularity. Again, double-edged sword. Shit, I need a drink. My throat hurts now again. It's really a crazy world out there. The internet really changed a lot. It's not even a trend no more. It's just another form of hate. And you don't really necessarily need to do anything. Shane, he didn't do anything wrong necessarily. It was another content creator on YouTube who was getting harassed because all she had was a tan, and people purposely said that she was blackfacing, and she said she was taking a break from YouTube. No, people say that she had that plan to begin with. She planned on leaving YouTube, but I feel like that had something to do with it. And it's like one thing doesn't mean the other. Like a lot of people are saying how, oh, why is she leaving? If anyone that needs to be canceled, it'll be Shane. And that's another form of cancel, directing the hate. That, you know what? That's exactly what happened. Shane got people directed hate from one person to someone else.
Damn, they got me really bad.
And now I'm down realizing that it makes me more upset with this cancel shit. Again, a lot of people deserve to get canceled, but a lot of other people don't deserve that shit. And yeah, it might actually sound like a rant, but nah, right now I'm actually thinking out loud with this shit. Shit, it's going on for 15 minutes. But just thinking about it. Yeah, it's a good tool to deplatform certain people, and you see a lot of innocent people getting targeted. It's just like, yeah, this shit shouldn't even exist in the first place, right? Now, at this point, the only person I see that should get canceled is, of course, Alinity. Anyone else? Shit. I don't know who else needs to get canceled. Keemstar, again, he's invincible, and I don't really have any real reason why he should get canceled. He does do a lot of good for the community, for YouTube, but other than that, it's like people aren't gonna let that shit go. Shit, calling Alex a stupid, you already know what I'm gonna say. That's his legacy. That's what he's gonna be known for. Now, actually, I want to bring up another thing. PewDiePie. Everyone knows that dreaded scene on the stream where he called an enemy player a nigger. And, you know, that basically shook the whole platform of YouTube. I think he was streaming on Twitch too. And that's like, the whole internet broke because of that shit. Me, I completely get PewDiePie when he did that shit. Just like what Keemstar said, he had a heated gamer moment. Yeah, he did. Shit, I say the same shit. I say crack your nigger. Anything, wetback, zipper head, any of that. I'll say that too if I'm that upset in a game where at the end of it, shit, it's just a game. I'm gonna get over it. Like, you could see that he realized what he said. He let his emotions get to him. And anyone who said he shouldn't have that in his vocabulary, I know damn well every single one of those people who said that I don't say that when I get angry. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I know you did. I know sometime in your life you went out and you just had an outburst of being racist for no fucking reason or for a reason. But don't lie. Like, majority of people, we all have done that shit. Shit, I'm not gonna hide it. I did too. I'd still do it. I'm just being real. You know how much shit I have that people actually cancel me? Like, I think me and the boys talk about this. When Tess, Tokyo, Expodos, I'm pretty sure they all have clips of me saying some fuck shit. I'm not afraid. Shit, I'm gonna stand my ground. I know what I said. I still have streams of me saying something about, you know, go look for it. I'll let you go look for that. Shit, when I get big, maybe I'll get big. Who knows? Maybe not. But if I do get big, go ahead and find something to cancel me about. I'm gonna still remember it. I'm not gonna apologize for it. I'm gonna be me. That's tough shit. Shit. I'm not. I'm like, this cancel shit is something else. And I'm gonna say this. I know the main people I keep talking about was Alinity, Keemstar, and Shane Dawson and shit. But Keemstar is the thing. I respect his hustle. I respect the stuff he did. The stuff he still does. And he's overall, he has wisdom when it comes down to being a content creator. Just like how he said that if you're not fun, like you ain't gonna get anywhere if you're not funny. Like if you don't have like the clout or popularity, if you don't have that right now, that just means you're not funny. You're not entertaining. Shit. Even though back then I was upset when he said that shit, like that's just straight up mean. I completely get that now. I understand that shit. He's spitting facts, honestly. And this man survived so many cancellations, so much exposing and shit. It's like he is the roach of the internet. He could survive anything, any bomb. He could survive against. This man, he's invincible. I'm gonna say that. It has been no attempt has been successful to get this man canceled and shit. And you know, I respect him as that. Does he have a lot of shit takes? Yeah, he does a lot. Do I agree with a lot of the stuff he says? I don't. The recent drama he's in with H3H3, no, I don't really give a fuck about that shit. Honestly, I wish that shit would stop. It's stupid. But hey, that's just me. That's just me ranting not even ranting, just rambling on about cancel culture. So yeah, at the last part, I kind of dropped my top on my keyboard. Anyway, yeah, that's it for the video. I may or may not have been drinking while streaming this shit, but it just honestly, if anything, it's just me my actual raw opinion about this shit. So yeah, if you actually enjoyed this shit, thanks. Let me know what y'all think about my new brand. I'm gonna make a video on why I did this change to Rolix, to my persona, internet character, whatever. So yeah, thanks for watching and have a good day.
That halo.